Hello Cancer, Cancer Rising and Cancer Moon people. This is your weekly astrological and card horoscope for the week starting December 18th, 2017. Quick reminder for all of you out there, remember we are doing a special sale right now on gift certificates. $65 gift certificates are $15 off, and you can take advantage of that at my website, integrativemysticism.com. Also, yes, I moved to another corner of the office. Still trying to figure out the echo situation, but hey, couch, incentive for cats, but they're upstairs because the heater was on. So I don't know if they're going to be coming down there for this week's horoscopes, but they will learn. So, what is going on with your astrology this week? Well, on Wednesday, we do have Venus and Uranus in a lovely trine between Sagittarius, your 6th house of work, reputation, your physical health, and your 10th house of career and upward mobility. And this can often indicate a situation where a barrier, a boundary, or a rule is being overturned in your favor. Is this something that is breaking a rule just for you? Or is this something that's going away as a bad policy, a bad piece of red tape for the entire company or the entire department having a chance to go away? It looks like there's a resistance going on at the office, and this may actually be something that helps you, move forward, possibly get some kind of roadblock to a transfer, even a promotion, out of your way, so we can actually see that realized. Remember, Mercury retrograde is in your 6th house right now anyway, so we're talking about revising a lot of things that just don't work when it comes to work, and this can actually be something that a lot of you find to be a pleasant surprise. On Thursday, we've got the Sun conjunct Capricorn conjunct Saturn in Capricorn. I've made that mistake on every video so far. The Sun conjunct Saturn just as he moves into Capricorn. This is your 7th house. All right, your closest one-on-one relationships. Your boyfriend, girlfriend, BFF, business partner, husband, wife. Your roommate. All the people you spend your close one-on-one relationships with. And I talked about Saturn in the monthly horoscopes and what that move's going to do for you specifically. But with the Sun conjunct Saturn, usually there's a highlight of what the next year or so is going to look like when it comes to one of your one-on-one relationships. With the Sun conjunct Saturn, this can actually be really, really good because it kind of starts an opportunity to get closer, to actually start making, I guess you could say, one of these closest one-on-one relationships the best it can be. And this may start off with a confrontation, this may start with a fight. Sometimes we start negative and go positive in that energy. And so this may not necessarily be something that, a lot of people are excited about in the beginning, but this could also prove to be something that can actually open a door for you and this person to, again, get closer to the commitment that you want to have. Either way, again, a boundary is being pointed out and torn down, and whether or not it's wholly necessary or this relationship is meant to be what it's supposed to be will be revealed within within Thursday and Friday. Again, there could be some challenges coming out, but also we'll be identifying what the real problem is. So what's going on with your cards this week? Well, for your spiritual advice, we do have the card of the Serpent. Alright, and prompt reads, a sly and subtle approach is needed. And when it comes to the Serpent, usually we have an energy of show, don't tell. Okay? Words are empty when it comes to trying to get our point across when this card shows up. People, are more receptive to seeing things in action, seeing what things look like, showing somebody what something is going to look like, is going to be better than trying to, talk everything to death. And with the Serpent card, that can be an important reminder, because, sometimes folks, words speak louder than actions to some people, even though that's not really how the saying goes. And I think that this week it's time to remind a lot of people in your life that no, actions are actually more important than words. And words speak to a different part of us. They speak to the I guess you could say the ego in a lot of ways, the part of us that looks for that validation, affirmation, confirmation. But actions are actually confirmation. Actions are actually affirmation. Actions are actually validation. The ego wants to hear it, but the self wants to see it and feel it, and there's a difference. And this week you may be having to teach people that, again, even by yourself, showing, not telling, by example. Alright, you're going to find a lot of people being more compliant, being more receptive, and also being faster learners, again, if we decide to show, not tell. For your Earth sector, when it comes to your work and finances, we do have the Ace of Cups upright. beautiful card for work and finances. Looks like there's actually some kind of special offer or special gift coming your way when it comes to work and money. This could actually be the gift of money, cold hard cash, or this may actually be an opportunity that's been sort of, again, set up for you as a token of appreciation, a token of esteem. Again, more showing, not telling. This may be actually a favor that's done on behalf of the organization or somebody that you work with. And again, this could have to do with that Venus trine Uranus, again, getting something overturned, forgiven, red tape getting, cleared away. But the Ace of Cups is basically saying there is, again, an outpouring of, good esteem being shown through the form of a gift. This could be a gift opportunity, or possibly, again, something that is just meant to be, giving you that token of good faith and proving to you somebody's love and loyalty to you. And this can be wonderful, especially for work, because we may be finding out that this gets us the job, or we already have it, or there's something even better than we were asking for in it. Either way, work is looking pretty gorgeous. Money, too. For your communications with air, when it comes to your friends, your relatives, and the others in your life, we've got the Star upright. Another wonderful card, because this card can show up here where a friend or a relative is coming with some kind of news about what it's going to take to get something off the ground that the two of you have been working on. The Star card upright can indicate that there could be some good news about a big success, that, or something that the two of you are trying to launch or get off the ground. We may have to wait for it, though. The Star card upright says we may not be able to run out and cash in on this opportunity right now. We may not be able to go and take full advantage of the situation right now. It may not be ready for us right now. This may be something that materializes next month. But the Star card upright can indicate, all right, we found our lead, we found our win, we found our ideal through this friend or through this relative. Now, the Star card upright could indicate that, this person has gone out and either found something for you, or that things are starting to get better in terms of the way the two of you relate to one another, and therefore we're starting to see the benefits of having this person back in our space. The Star card can indicate healing, and maybe we've gone, a couple of weeks or even a month or two without this person for whatever reasons, and we could be actually slowly coming back together and realizing why we're better together than apart. For your challenge this week with fire, we do have the Ace of Swords reversed. This card, I'm kind of getting... One of the things I'm getting from this card with the Ace of Swords reversed is kind of saying there's a problem here with, again, misapplied power, or I guess you could say misused opportunity or misused authority. And usually with the Ace of Swords reversed, it usually shows up where we have more power than we know, or we use up all that power at once, or maybe we utilize it the wrong way. If we're put in a position of authority this week, or we're the ones calling the shots, maybe a boss or a friend leaves something up to us, or a partner leaves something up to us. Okay, whatever you, Cancer, say, whatever you say goes. All right, you want to do it your way? Tell us how you're going to do it. Show us what you want, and we will do it that way. The problem is with the Ace of Swords reversed, we've got to make sure that we can handle, being on that spot, being put on the spot with the power, because there's a difference between being put on the spot and being put on the spot with the power. Being put on the spot with the power, and this is your moment, right? The Ace of Swords reversed says we might not recognize our moment, so we've got to make sure that to be discerning. We also have to make sure that, again, we don't push too hard or abuse that moment. Sometimes we get put on the spot with the power when we're in a bad mood. We get put on the spot with the power and we feel under pressure. And the Ace of Swords reversed might say we may miss that when the moment comes and goes, if we're in that spot. So this week it's important to make sure that we stay poised, but also at the same time, with the Ace of Swords reversed, just be prepared to remember, a lot of people are going to be following your example and doing what you want. So never ever, and with the Ace of Swords reversed, never ever be the person who says, just forget it. Because that's how you get an Ace of Swords reversed. For your emotions with water and your romantic life, we do have the Hangman reversed. And this card can indicate, when it comes to love, when it comes to romance, there's a compromise or some kind of sacrifice that we have to realize that somebody is unwilling to make. And this may make or break a dating situation that you're in. You may find that there is something going on with somebody that you're dating or somebody that you're seeing that you kind of realize, okay, this person is not in a place mentally, emotionally, whatever, socially, where they can go any further, okay? And sometimes the hangman reverse, it can indicate paying attention to what a person's limitation is and then making an informed decision about whether or not to push towards commitment with him or her based on that limitation. Is it a deal breaker? The hangman reverse can indicate a situation where it might not be a deal breaker, but it may be a sign that we're compromising a bit more than we intended, or maybe more than we should, if we decide to live with it. And there may be something that you have to confront there. The hangman reverse can indicate, for those of you who are currently coupled, a situation where you and a partner are actually realizing where you've both been bending over backwards for somebody else close to you, and you're realizing that they may be taking advantage of the situation. It could be one of our kids, it could be an in-law, it could be one of your relatives, it could be it could be a tenant, maybe you guys are landlords. But it's a joint thing between you and your partner at this point in time, and you've both got to pay attention to where maybe one or the other, maybe you have to confront a partner about his or her, codependent behavior with this person. Maybe your partner confronts you about your codependent behavior with that person. But the situation is, there's a failure to look at a limitation that is obvious, and we may be trying to cover it up for the other person, and we need to stop. Okay? So that is your horoscope. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please like, share, and subscribe. You know I appreciate it. And of course, if you ever want to get a session, you can always follow the links below, or go to integrativemysticism.com.